What's going on? Okay, musical is starting now.
Alright girls, dinner's ready.
Oh, it's fine. So, after I went to the soda parlor yesterday, I got 3 boys' numbers. Can you believe it?
Certainly can with that phone bill you're ringing up.
It's not that bad. I don't talk on the phone half as long as my friends do.
Well, and I feel bad for their parents.
Anyway, my friends were super jealous. One of the boys invited me to the movies tomorrow night too, and I was talking with him on the phone, and he didn't seem as nice as the others. So
Why do you insist on going out all the time and ringing up the phone bill, talking to people you barely know?
I get bored. There's never anything to do around here.
Oh, well, that's not an excuse. I ought to have you help out around the house more often.
I don't get that bored.
Well, what's more interesting at the soda parlor than at home anyway?
Well, the people to start off with.
Watch it, young lady. I won't be taking any more of that back talk from you today. You know we can't afford to keep up with your social life, Alice. You need to back off a little. Your sister here doesn't go out with complete strangers every other night, and she's doing just fine.
You knock it off. I'm trying to have a nice dinner.
What? Nice? You call this nice? It's practically scraps.
Alice! I think we all know that we're going through a hard time right now, isn't everyone?
Most people were starting to do okay again 3 years ago.
We're not most people, dear. Your father and I try to be as honest with you as we can, and things are hard right now, no thanks to the war.
I really don't think that our family's economic status has anything to do with a war going on thousands of miles away. Countries, now that's a different story.
Excuse me?
Just saying.
When did you become so well versed in politics?
I listened to Dad, but he's always working at the factory. And did some research of my own. Knew it.
Why are you suddenly so supportive of this, dear? I've never heard you talk about this sort of thing before.
Like I said, I've educated myself, and from that I've learned all that I need to. I'm fairly convinced we're going to war, and we'll need to be prepared for when we do.
How can you be so sure, though? I try and read like you, but nothing's even happened here yet. I mean, why do you think anything's going to?
President Roosevelt knows what he's doing. He's just preparing us in case something does happen. It's because of our defense system that the country stayed out of the spat for so long.
Well, I certainly hope he doesn't make any mistakes regarding the war. Our world's falling to shambles because of Congress and other people's governments and young men putting their lives on the line.
I have a hard time imagining that our valiant volunteers and countries who have nothing to do with us are the reason that our country's economy floundered miserably for so long.
Well, this has nothing to do with the money issue.
What are you yelling about then?
The fact that you're being irrational about all of this. Don't need to conclusions. Why don't we just let Europe sort itself out? I mean, this sort of thing happens all the time. We've never had to intervene before.
Are you forgetting about the last war we were involved in? You can't just watch the rest of the world destroy itself.
Forget it! I don't want to sit here and listen to you guys argue. Do whatever you guys want. It's not going to make a difference in the long run anyway.
Now look at this. You upset Alice.
What else is new? She doesn't understand.
Don't be so nasty to your sister. We'll continue this conversation later.
I can't believe she reacted like that. I mean, we've always been so supportive of me and my opinions, and there are worse things than advocating our country going to war. There's dying, or being a communist, or, according to Mother, wasting money and effort every night, like Alice. They don't realize the real reason why I'm suddenly so supportive of this. I have to be a good role model for Alice. I can't let boys in the military sway my opinion on every little thing, or major things, the case may be. You know what? Who cares? It's all of them who have to learn and understand. Why can't they accept the fact that I need to support my country and make my own decision for once? Who's to tell me how to think and feel? Aren't my opinions just as real? Who's to tell me how to fight this war? No one understands what it's really for. I need to fight for what's right, take control of my life. I know there's prices to pay, but I I can't live this way. The Nazis think they can win. Their search for power must end. Countries have been overthrown, and yet here we stand alone. We need a plan of action, no peacetime draft for us. It's time to join the Allies, show the world who they can trust. We have to fight for freedom, those fascists cannot win. They'll never know what hit, and we'll show them we're American. Show them I'm American.
Mom wants me to get a job. Be more useful around the house. Be more like Patricia. Well, I'll show her. I'll show both of them. Office of War Information, though, this is the enemy. Loose talk costs lives. Something just seems a little weird about all of this. Come in.
Hello there, I'm Norma Brandt. Nice to meet you, dear. I'm a representative from the Office of War Information. I hear you're interested in joining our ranks.
Oh, I was thinking about it.
Fantastic.
I haven't committed to anything yet.
Why not?
I just got the information this morning. I'm not quite sure I'm ready to join.
Oh, don't be silly. The office has the best possible jobs for young sweethearts like you.
Really?
Of course. Trust me. Here's a quick little survey. Do you love where you live? Would you fight for your freedom? And how much would you give? If you answered yes, yes, and all that I've done, then you should join the Office of War Information.
There's a war outside and people are prepared. We've got to get out, set out to get the message out there. Go on and join the troops, save the fat for bombs. Never waste your time sending more war bombs.
It's the spirit and fight that keeps this country strong.
I'm here to join the Office of War Information.
This just in, a report from President Roosevelt. The Japanese have attacked Pearl Harbor, Hawaii by air at approximately 7:50 a.m. today, Hawaiian time. We don't know much else, but we will let you know when the moment we do. We've got more information now from Washington. As of today, December 8th, 1941, Congress has declared war on Japan. We are now on the way to being involved in the Second World War. Only time will truly tell what will happen from here. Now back to your regularly scheduled programming.
This is awful. Horrendous.
A true tragedy.
How are we supposed to move on?
Don't be too dramatic, Mom. President Roosevelt has it under control. We're joining the war to protect ourselves and the rest of the world.
Beg your pardon?
Do you want them to win? Look what our country just suffered through. We have to fight back to stop this from happening again.
Don't you think there's a better way to do it, though?
If there were a better way, do you think we'd have done it by now?
Well, I thought we were trying to stay out of the war.
Oh, so what were the Lend-Lease Acts and peacetime drafts for? Just for kicks?
Well, no.
What about the Germans sinking our supply ships?
And what about all the lives we're going to destroy? I mean, isn't there any other way just to hold things off for a little while?
Don't you see? Pearl Harbor was the last straw. This is the only way to do things right now.
Forget it. Where's your sister?
I'm here.
Oh, good. I was just... Oh, you're wearing a suit. Why?
I got a job, just like you wanted me to.
Oh, congratulations, honey. I knew you could do it if you tried. Where are you working now?
With the government, the Office of War Information.
That's great!
There were better options than that.
Trust me, there's not. This is the best place for someone like me.
And the war is the best place for our country right now.
The time has come to face the start of
step out on my own. It's time to show the world I can do it on my own. I still don't know, it's happening so fast. If only we could stop for once, we could make this peacetime last. No, it's the only way, we've been hiding for too long. It's the only way our country can